Hey, I'm Abe, and today we're going to be talking about liquidity. What it is with respect to investments and asset classes that you might be considering investing in. Liquidity is basically how readily something can be turned into cash or be used or have its value used in cash, ideally without affecting its value in some negative way. Negative is really all we care about, of course. If it affects it in a positive way, that's fantastic, and that's why we're investing in it in the first place. If you're holding actual currency, for example, if you're holding dollar bills or euro or whatever currency it is that you use, of course that is extremely liquid. That is the ultimate in liquidity because you can turn around then and spend it and buy or use it in some way. Now, only slightly less liquid than that is having cash in a bank account or your money market account. Why are we talking about liquidity though? Because knowing your time horizon allows you to make investments based on that time horizon and how it impacts, or how those investments anyway, and their liquidity would influence that time horizon. So let's say you need your money in 3 months, for example. You want to buy a house and you think the housing market is going to take off. Maybe a house isn't the best purchase for you because, first off, selling a house takes a lot of time, at least a month, maybe a month and a half, if not much longer than that. And secondly, selling a house, depending on how long you've owned it and a variety of other considerations, you may have a lot of tax implications as well. So the liquidity, or how quickly you can pull something out from its investment and turn it into cash, whether that's for the case of an emergency or because of some planned expense that you have coming, the liquidity drastically impacts this. Cash you can reuse right away. Stocks or equity, commodities, bonds, all of these things you can sell pretty quickly and then get your hands on the cash. But if somebody needed, obviously we're not working in criminal organizations here, so we don't need cash in large quantities in very short order. But if you needed to get your hands on cash in a short period of time, you would need to sell whatever it is that you've invested in, let it turn around and turn into cash in that account. And that could take a day, maybe two, maybe more, depending on where you're investing. And that's time that you want to make sure that you are taking into consideration. And so knowing the liquidity of whatever it is you're investing in and keeping that in mind as you look forward and make financial plans is an important part of investing and just general financial planning. That's liquidity. It comes into play when you're considering what asset classes and how to diversify when you invest, and we can build those tools and put all of these things that we've been talking about together into some method of analyzing whether what we're planning to invest in is a good investment or not. And that's something that I'd like to throw out there if you want, just as an exercise. If you have mutual funds, exchange traded funds, maybe even stocks or bonds that you want to invest in, give me like 3 or 5. Hit me up in the comments. List out the things that you're thinking about investing in. I'm not going to tell you whether you should or you shouldn't. That is very much a personal choice, and hopefully I've been driving that point home over the last few videos. But being able to take a critical look, and we can walk through at least how I would go through and critically analyze and consider each investment, that might be a useful process. So hit me up in the comments. Let me know what things you're thinking of investing in. Give me like 3 to 5, too many more than that and it'll get out of hand, but 3 to 5 options per person, and we can do a bunch of videos. This can be a whole setup. And if you think that my critical analysis of whatever your investment choices are is wrong, or you want to discuss it, that's great. We can have that conversation here. And I think that in itself would be a really illuminating conversation for a lot of people. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking of investing in. I'll keep harping on this over the coming videos, but I think that's a great thing that we can get into. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.